I want to show you something. I didn't film anything on this side because I left my camera in the car. There they are. There's 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many. It's a dang pile. Well, I just got here. That's my car, and I've got a couple hours to kill before I have to show up at my next appointment. I just finished a job, and I had a 52 there on the AT Pro, and I walked past it thinking it was a pull tab. I said, well, my first signal, let me turn around. Turned around and dug it, and it was a nickel, and that is living proof. There's nothing at all down there at the volleyball courts. I got a couple signals. Both of them were foil in the 40s, but I got one here. I just dug, and Big Machine says it's right in here. Somewhere. I'll be able to see that. There it is. Le Pinet. Okay, we'll take that. Better than a pull tab or a piece of foil. Sounded like a pretty good signal. Alright, on to the next one. Well, I've finished up. I just kind of wandered around through here. It's a beautiful little park. This is actually the location where they moved Ma and Fred Barker's house. It's here somewhere on this place. Here's a little underwear clip or something I found. It's pretty cool. Looks like it's not rusty. I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know. Might be brass. I don't know. It's giving me a 61, so it's probably. But oh well. I'm gonna go over to this other one if I got time and do a quick one there, and then I've got to get to my next job. Well, I got another signal here. It was a little jumpy, hitting in the low 80s, high 70s. It's a bullet. Looks maybe like I don't think it's a 38. I think it might be like a 32 caliber. It always amazes me. Yeah, a few rifle marks on it. It amazes me when you come out to a beach like this and you find bullets and things laying around. Let me check that again. If that was a copper jacket, which it was, that was it. It was, well, it was on either side of this root right here. Probably right under it, actually. I actually dug it with a beach scoop. Let me get this filled in and then we'll go check. I'm going to check in the beach just a little bit and see if I can find anything there. Focus there. That is a pretty good pile of turkeys right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 1 or 2 behind the tree. 1 to the right. 11 or 12 anyway. A little dip right there to the right of that double tree. Wish I could get in real close. See, now it's going to focus. Or attempt to focus. Pretty cool. Wild turkey. But they are thick. There's some deer in here too. Of course, they're all pretty tame. Being it's a park, I'm going to see if I can get right up on them. Camera decided it was going to focus. That's a pretty good one right there, ain't it? tall and big. I don't see any beard. Must be a big old long-legged hen. No beard. Could be some jakes in there. I'm looking for a gobbler. Got a little bitty one right there. I don't know if that's his beard or like a flock of chickens out there scratching. If you ever hunt, which I used to do a lot of, but not so much anymore, if any, it sounds like that many turkeys coming through the woods when they're dry. It sounds like you're dragging a small tree through the woods, and if they're gobbling and pecking and doing whatever, it sounds like a kid playing with a turkey call, or a couple kids. All right, well, I haven't done any metal detecting, and I went to the Toyota dealer in Wesley Chapel to get an airbag recall on my Corolla. Well, the Corolla had 182,000 miles on it. So anyway, while I was getting serviced for the airbag, I sat down and talked to him. This is not my vehicle. This is exactly like it, except I got the all-wheel drive, which you can bring it in and out of. But this is the strangest thing I've ever driven. I drove it home from the dealership while they didn't have a white one with the all-wheel drive, so they had to go to another dealer and get one from them. But when you turn on the cruise control, if you're doing, say, 75, and then it's got 3 little bars. It goes from 1 to 3 bars. You can adjust it to how close you want to follow. Well, if you pull up behind somebody that's doing 70, the car will slow itself down. If you pull up behind somebody that's doing, say, 45, and they slow down to 25, it'll slow down and brake. It's the weirdest thing you ever seen. It feels odd. I guess I'll get used to it. I'm just an old dog, I guess. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? Oh, if you don't turn on your blinker when you change lanes, it will beep at you and let you know that you're out of your lane. And it'll also, I think I could feel it correcting. Don't quote me. I drove it about 30 minutes is all. Anyway, it'll look just like this. I'm pretty happy with it. And since I'm only doing 1 county in my work instead of 5, and a lot of mine is on country roads and sugar sand roads here in Florida, Central Florida, then I'm going to like the ground clearance and then the all-wheel drive. It was like a hang on and pray situation with the Corolla. Now here's the funny part. This was in the Corolla. Of course, most of it's going to go back in here, but I'm going to have to weed through it a little bit. There's 3 bags, and then of course all my go-to survival. This is all survival stuff here. Then this is a full military field trauma kit with I added a CPR mask for adults and infants, and a tourniquet. And the tourniquet says you can use it one-handed, which kind of flipped me out there. But anyway, I just much traveling as I do, and as much as I'm on the road, I wanted to make sure that if I did run up on somebody that could use my help, then maybe I could use some of this stuff. Who knows? Anyway, this is it. I'm going to drag all this out. That's a knife. Go through it and put some of it back in, a lot of it back in, to be honest with you. I thought that was pretty funny. All that came out of that Toyota. And one thing I don't like, when you're sitting there driving it, these two headrests, you only see this little area between them in your rear view, but these seats will fold forward, and they also recline, which was kind of cool. So you can fold them forward and have this whole thing as storage, or cargo area, I guess they call it. So I just don't like the view that I get. It's pretty high tech. I'm scared to push on a whole bunch of that stuff, not knowing what all of it does, but I think I'm going to like it. Alright, that's it. I can't remember who it was I was watching, but I was watching somebody sort through coins to fill out a coin book. So I bought one, the Lincoln Cents, which is pretty cool. And it goes from one end of it to the other. And I did learn something right away. I had no idea what, get this open, what VDB meant. I know you all probably think that's funny because a lot of y'all know what VDB means. What it does mean is the Lincoln Cent replaced the Indian penny in Indian head cent in 1909. Designer Victor David Brenner is what that means, which I had no idea. So it's pretty interesting. Anyway, so what I did is I went through that many wheat pennies that included, and I found, I don't know what, maybe somebody can tell me what these blank ones are for. I don't have a clue. I found all but the 1954 S. I put X's every time I found one in case I found a duplicate that was in better condition, but there's so many duplicates that and then I also found all of them on this page except the 43D, the 43S, and the 43, and the 37S. So all but 4 coins on that page. It's weird that I didn't have any 43s, or I could have missed it, who knows. This one, then they start getting a little scarcer. Of course, there's only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 13 coins that I found out of that. And that's like, I don't remember what it was, 800, 900, 1,000 pennies. I figured I'd fill that up in no time. Y'all tricked me on this, I can tell you that right now. And the same thing with this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on that page. So I did pretty good on the later ones, which was probably normal. But and then when I got down to a certain amount, I wrote them all down on these papers where I could scratch them off here, and then I just put an X where the coin goes. So I didn't want to put them in and pry them out and mess up the book. Once I put them in, I'm probably going to leave them there. But now y'all have created another monster that I got to mess with to try and fill this book out. And I know, knowing me, it'll bother me to death till I do it. That's it. Just thought I'd let you know that I started filling out a coin book. I'm not so sure that was a smart move, but it's a move that has been made. What else? Oh, one other thing. This is pretty cool. This is a loop. Most loops are kind of small. This one, as you can see, is a pretty big diameter, and you can stack them, which I'm sure. Let me open this up. I don't know if you can see this, but you can see Lincoln's head there. Then you take the next one, line that up. And it really blows it up. Then you go for the triple look, and man, I tell you, it's you can see them. I'm sure I may have to go through there that because these are so small. I started with a magnifying glass, and I may have mixed up some S's and D's. So who knows? But I got a good start on it anyway. Alright, just thought I'd let you know what we've been doing. I haven't been doing any metal detecting. Figured I'd just give everybody an update. Thanks for watching. Bye. I did the trim of the bead board. We're trying to find enough people to help carry that vanity in here. Anyway, everything came out pretty good. Paint was nice. And there's where the vanity's going. As soon as we can get enough help to do it. And there's the vanity. That's got to go up there, but we need to get about 3 more people. Just didn't have anybody up here on the weekend to give us a hand, so sometime either during the week in the evening or this coming weekend we'll get that thing put in there and that thing will be done. Thank God.